Well, I mean, anybody making cheese has to do some kind of aging to the product, unless you're doing like a really fresh cheese, obviously. So you have to have some kind of environment that you can do aging if you're going to sell a product, and that goes from, you know, block cheddar to Parmigiano Reggiano. I mean, any cheese that's aged at any length has to be in a controlled environment to do the work properly. What we're doing for the cheesemaker is we're helping them create a new product, because Leclerc didn't have the cave aged Chandoka before we kind of took that on. That they don't have to invest time or space in doing. Right, so we'll buy a whole batch of the cheese and we'll do the aging, and we'll put all that labor and time and we'll sit on it for 6, 8, 10 months till it's ready. And then they've got a new product on the market that they didn't have to invest in. They got paid for that up front. It can be kind of like a barrier to expanding their business, or even sometimes getting started. You know, if you have a small creamery that's just getting off the ground, the expense of building an aging facility and then the labor involved in taking care of the cheese can be kind of a problem, just especially for like small operations. It kind of depends on the cheese. I mean, the process is different for everything, obviously, but there's always some amount of labor involved in the kind of like the maturing of the cheese.
We lard it, which is to render lard, soak a food-grade muslin cloth in it, and then we wrap the cheese with that cloth. And then we put it on cedar boards where it'll sit here being flipped and cared for the next 6 to 8 months. We are holding this room at about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and maybe a little bit lower as time goes by. We're kind of seeing how it plays out. But between 55 and 60 is our optimal. And then we keep it at about 90% humidity at all times. In here that are, there's no UV. If we had UV light in here, it would kill a mold. So we don't want to kill the molds that we do want to grow on these cheeses. So we did go with the LED lights. It's dark in here when we're not in here, obviously. If it was exposed to sunlight or something, we can't have a problem. We're going to flip this every 2 days. So this will get flipped on Wednesday, and then we'll flip it again on Saturday when we're larding another batch. We're putting it on boards then. No bats. We kicked him out before we moved the cheese in. I had to knock those down. It was kept into my head. All right, yeah. But there's some cheese mites. There are. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. Vacuuming the mites and other things off of them so that we can maintain the rinds without going too far overboard in terms of alcohol goes. So hopefully it'll be super delicious in about 6 months, and you can buy it at the Standard Market or other retailers in Chicago and nationwide.
Ideally, you're consuming it as quickly as soon as possible.
Okay.
Given that, once it's cut and the rind is broken, cheese gets a little funky. It's trying to develop a new rind on that fresh surface, obviously. But if you have leftovers, or if you need to store it for any amount of time, I always say your best bet is to get it out of, if it's wrapped in plastic, take it out of the plastic, wrap it in parchment or cheese paper, and then it should go in the crisper drawer in your fridge.